Happy holidays from the crew of Fitness 365. I'm your host, Joyce Jackson. 'Tis the season of the stretchy pants, as we are bombarded with a cornucopia of delectable delights, from holiday dinners to side dishes and desserts. And if you have the tendency to overindulge, no doubt your waistline will grow during this time of the year. Don't worry, we will have a great show for you today as we're going to show you some fat-burning exercises, give you some healthy tips for your eating plan, and we're going to hear from a figure pro competitor, Latrice Davis, on how she makes it through the holiday season. Joining me on the show, Leona Brown. She is the founder of Conversion Fitness. She's a master personal trainer and a certified strength and conditioning specialist. And how do you get through the holidays?
Keep working out every day.
Every day? You don't take one day off, at least?
Maybe one day.
One day, at least one day. Also joining us on the show is D'Angelo Kennard, a master personal trainer, a strength and conditioning expert, and the founder and owner of Advanced Sports Performance. D, how do you get through the holiday season?
I don't count the holidays. I try to keep it as a normal day, but enjoy the day, and then when the day is over, the enjoyment is done.
Most definitely. And see, that's great advice, because what happens during this time is that you have holiday parties, you have company parties, you have people inviting you over for a whole lot of things. And one of the keys that most people forget is balance and moderation.
Exactly. Balance, variety, and moderation. Those three terms, if you remember those three, it'll get you through the holiday season.
Now, Dee, you're going to be showing us some things that we can do with our own body weight to burn some calories. So just give us a little snippet of what you're going to show us today.
We're going to give you 3 phases of body weight exercises that you can do at home, so there's no excuse if you're on the road for family Christmas or if the gyms are packed, which they inevitably will be because of the holiday resolutions and those things. But a variety, so that we're working upper body, lower body, and, of course, the core.
Okay. So no excuses. You can't say you can't work out.
Absolutely.
You can definitely do it at home. So while you're going to go and get set up, I'm going to talk to Leona a little bit longer. And Leona, what would be your piece of advice to give to people during this time? Because it's hard to go to someone's house and have every dish there. They want you to try every dish. You don't want to say no, but what do you do?
Right. When you're a guest at someone's house, of course you want to eat all the good things that are out there. But I would say just take a little bit, a little spoon here, a little spoon there. Don't try to fill your whole plate up. And if you see the vegetables, put some vegetables on there, put some desserts on there, but just don't go overboard with it, because you don't want to be disrespectful to the guest. You want to enjoy yourself, but also remember, you've got to get that workout in later on, and so you don't want to have to overindulge on that.
Okay, that's why I worked out on Thanksgiving, because I didn't disrespect anybody. I kind of, I didn't disrespect anybody. That's all I'm going to say when it comes to the holiday dishes. But we're going to throw it over to D'Angelo as he shows us some workouts that you can do at home, so there's no excuse for burning calories during the holidays.
Thank you, Joyce. All right, folks, we're going to focus on body weight movements in terms of our workout today. Latrice is going to help me out with that. We're going to give you 3 phases. We're going to give you a basic for, some of the less experienced individuals out there, an intermediate, and an advanced. Hope you're ready. All right, so we're going to start with our squat. So to initially start with that, we're going to have you have a seat, Latrice. And you can use any household chair. We want to make sure it has firm legs and a nice straight back. With our squat, we want to make sure our feet are shoulder width apart. Good. Back is nice and straight. And you always want to keep your chin up. And we're just going to stand. Sounds simple. Good. And slowly come down with it. Perfect. And notice Latrice is keeping her chin up. She's not looking at the ground. She's not looking at her feet. Keep going. And she's making sure to exhale as she raises up. Breathe. So this is our basic movement. Basic movement, 10, 12 reps. That's all we need. Perfect. All right, go ahead and remain standing. So we're going to do our intermediate movement next. So still want those feet shoulder width apart. Good. Hands on the waist or in front for balance. And we're going to perform our squat. So nice and easy. Perfect. Good. Once again, we're going to exhale on our way up, being sure to keep the stomach nice and tight. Remember, the core is always involved when we're doing any standing movement. Perfect. Good. Shoulders back for me, Latrice. Good. And give me one more. Excellent. All right, so we have our basic and our intermediate. So let's see if Latrice is ready for our advanced movement. So we want the feet shoulder width apart once again. So what we're going to do is make a slight adjustment. We're going to turn the toes slightly outward. And we're going to raise the right heel. Just the right heel. Good. Now, remember, as we raise this right heel, we don't want to shift our body weight. We want to keep it right in the center and still perform our squat. So what we're doing is we're isolating. Good. Push. Isolating this right leg. Perfect. Great job, Latrice. And we're going to do 10 reps of that. Good. And remember, this is our advanced movement, so there are a lot more repetitions involved. I know you weren't ready for that. Good. Give me 2 more. Excellent. And we're going to go right to our other isolation. Left foot is up. Same thing, Latrice. Breathe. Good. Good. And we're going to do 10 repetitions per side. Keep going. But you get the idea, because we want to save Latrice for our next exercise. Good. And relax. Foot is down. Now we're going to raise both heels. Keep those feet wide. Oh, it's not over. Good. Hands in front. And our third portion. Good. All the way down. So now we're involving the balance, which engages the core, but we're maintaining the same form. And again, 10 repetitions. So for the advance, one whole set will be 10 on the right foot with the right heel up, 10 with the left heel up, and then 10 with both heels up. And relax. Good. So we've activated the lower body, we've activated the core. So now we want to involve more of the upper body. So let's go right to a push-up. Let me grab a mat for you here, Latrice. All righty. And you're going to turn and face me. Good. Let's go to a push-up position. All right. So our push-up position, we want our back nice and flat. Bring the head down just slightly. Good. Right there. Good. And we're going to start our push-up. So we're going to go in reverse this time. So we're going to start with our advanced movement, which isn't that. So what we want to do, Latrice, as you reach the top, I want you to bring your right knee to your chest. So all the way down, all the way up, right knee to your chest. Good. And same thing. This is our advanced movement. Good. Perfect. Once again, we're involving the core, the chest, shoulders, and triceps. Good. Give me one more. And relax. Go ahead. Relax the knees down. Good. We're going to give Latrice a quick blow. Our intermediate movement, we're just going to eliminate the leg. So movement's the same on the push-up. We're just eliminating the knee to the chest. So let's once again. Back is nice and straight. Hands are shoulder width apart and up and down. Breathe. Good job, Latrice. There we go. Good. Make sure we don't want to tilt the head back because what tends to happen, let's freeze right here. The hips want to drop. So we're going to keep everything in a nice straight line. You can look at the floor, but keep your chin slightly forward. Good. Perfect. And one more time. Good. Last one. And relax. Good. Knees down. So we're going to go to our basic push-up. Now, there are 2 ways and 2 schools of thought when it comes to that. A lot of people will suggest that you keep your knees down. I'm not a fan of that because I want to involve the core and involve the legs. So if you can't do a full push-up, let's go back to our push-up position. All you want to do is get to that position, knees are up, and hold. That's all you have to do. We're engaged in everything. And if you feel like you can do a partial movement, just give me about a halfway push-up. Just go halfway and right back up. And eventually you work your way to a full range of push-up. And relax. Good. All right. Knees down. Good. Come on up for me. So we've engaged upper body and lower body. We want to go back to some isolation. So we go back to our legs, Latrice. I want you here. Good. Let's face this direction. So what we want to do is, this time we're going to start with an intermediate. Notice we're jumping around. I just want to give you a good feel for the different movements and the different exercises and how you can progress through your basic beginner to your intermediate to your advanced. So we're going to isolate the left leg. Let's bring the left knee up to your waist. Hand on the waist for balance. Chest is nice and high. Good. Remember, stomach's nice and tight. And we're just going to extend that left leg straight ahead. Good. We're engaging that core. Engaging the quad. Good. Keep going. And again, for the advanced, we want about 20 reps. And this one you will definitely feel. And relax. Perfect. Leg is down. Deep breath. Good. So we're going to stay with that same side. This time, instead of holding onto the chair, Latrice is going to place her hands on her waist. Good. Knees back up once again. Let's try the right side this time. Just give that leg a break. Good. And the movement stays the same. Good. And again, we want to look for an ample number of reps. 20 is good, whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced, because what we've done is we've increased the intensity of the exercise by involving more elements. So in this case, we have more balance involved. Good, relax. And then for our beginner, we're going to bring you right back to that seat. Have a seat for me. And with this, we want to make sure we're not sitting back. We want to still engage the core. Hands are back on the waist once again. You can either grab your waist or the chair, whatever's more comfortable. If you want to feel nice and secure, let's bring the left knee up. So again, the left knee is elevated above the waist. Movement stays the same. And again, we're involving that quad. Perfect. Last one. And relax. Good. Deep breath. So we're going through a full range of motions. We've done our upper body, engaged the core, and we've also progressed the legs. So we're going to give you one more balanced core exercise. Let's take you back down to the mat, Latrice. Good. Still face this way for me. I want you on all fours. And as you get into position, all fours, bring them on out. You want to make sure your hands are directly beneath your shoulders, and I want those knees directly beneath your hips. Nope, put them back down. Good, right there, perfect. Nice flat back. All we want to do is extend the right arm and the left leg. So straight ahead with the right arm. Yes, left leg is straight back. Good. Perfect. And again, we're looking for a nice flat back, and we're just going to maintain for 10 to 12 seconds, engaging the core. All right, and down. So that would be our basic level. You're going to do a set of 10 to 12 on each side. So our intermediate will be same position, right arm, left leg. And now, remember, we want to keep it nice and straight. See, we don't want that heel above the back. Arm stays where it is. All we're going to do is bring that knee into the chest, so straight in. Good. So now we're engaging that core even more for our intermediate level exercise. Good. Last one. And relax. Good. Deep breath. And again, we want to go to our advanced level. We always want to look for progression throughout our workouts. Let's again extend the right arm and the left leg. And this time, both the arm and the leg will move simultaneously. Elbow and knee will touch in the center. Good. Let's twist. Perfect. Good. So as you can see, you don't need weights to get a great workout. Good. Give me one more, Latrice. And relax. Good. Coming up. Deep breath. Good. Let's face the camera. So, combination of any of these movements, 3 to 5 sets of each. Again, if you're a basic workout person, we want to make sure you're doing 10 to 12 reps. Intermediate, want 12 to 15, and advanced 15 to 20. For a great workout. Great job, Latrice.
Thank you.
Back to you, Joyce.
D'Angelo, I'm going to come over to you as we give Latrice a break. You got another exercise segment coming up there. Great exercises you showed us for doing at home and using your own body weight. A misconception I want you to address is some people think that weight training cannot be cardiovascular and cannot really help you with burning fat.
Yeah, most people attribute cardiovascular with a treadmill or elliptical, when in fact it's all about elevating your heart rate. So if there's any exertion, your heart rate will increase. So weights can be used in the same fashion. Now, it's not like when you see the guys in the gym and they lift and they take a 20-minute break to talk about the game and whatever else. But if you honestly keep yourself on a good schedule, so you do, let's say it's a chest press, rest for 30 seconds, and then you move to your next exercise, you really get that cardiovascular effect. Absolutely.
Okay, and when you want to do the progression, as you said, we want to progress to advance, do we cut down the amount of wait time in between sets?
You can, but remember, with more advanced movements, more advanced loads, if that's more weight in this case, you want to keep the rest period the same because you've increased the exertion. So you still need to get recovery. You don't want to reach a steady state in terms of your heart rate, but you want to make sure that you are recovered so that you give the next exercise its full intensity.
Okay. Well, I hope Latrice has recovered because now she's going to be working with Leona on a circuit training movement that's going to help you burn fat.
Are you saying I didn't work her hard enough?
No, I said you did. I said you worked her real hard.
Okay.
I said I hope she's recovered from that workout because you worked her extremely hard.
Well, we'll give her 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Leona, now it's your turn to work out Latrice.
Thank you, Joyce. Latrice, welcome back for the second half of this workout. Thank you. We're going to do circuit training or high intensity interval training, how to burn those calories and get into the fat burning zone really quickly. But I know you just worked out hard with D'Angelo, but we're going to do a warm up. So you ready?
Sure.
All right. So first of all, we're going to do a basic jogging in place. This is just for your basic movement. As we get into the intermediate or high advanced levels, we're going to do high knees, bringing the knees up high, keeping the 90 degrees and pumping the arms, keeping the 90s. Getting that heart rate up, make sure you're breathing. Okay, this is just going to get you warmed up. Slow it down for a little bit, Latrice. Going back down to a nice, easy jog. Then we're going to move right into the jumping jacks. Ready? Go. With the jumping jacks, this is going to give you a full body extension, working on the core, working on the quads. Make sure you breathe. All right, we're going to work out. You ready? And slowing down just a little bit. And relax. Good. So that was just the warm-up section. Now, this is what I call circuit training. What we're going to do is we're going to go from exercise to exercise to exercise. Each exercise can be done for about 20 to 30 seconds, all the way to a minute. And then you'll take a rest period and get back up into the second set. So, are you ready?
I'm ready.
So you got to make sure you breathe, okay?
Yes.
The first thing we're going to do is what we call split squats. All right? So Latrice is going to make sure she keeps her feet, her hips shoulder width apart. Come out a little bit more. Okay. She's going to be engaging her glutes, her quads, her calves, her core. Everything is going to be in motion. Ready? Exercise. Go. Squat. Split. Coming back. Down. Give me 2. Give me 1 more. And then relax. So that's your split squat. Okay. The next thing we're going to do, is we're going to smash those calories that you had during the Christmas time. So we're going to call this the Monster Ball Mash. All right? So I'm not going to tell you how much this heavy ball weighs. You can use 5, 10, 20-pound, 40-pound heavy ball. So we're going to go ahead and let Latrice do the work. All right? Monster Ball Mash, smashing all those calories. She's going to pick that ball up. She's going to bring it up over her head. She's going to smash it down with a squat. She's going to do it, yeah, and we know how much that ball weighs, right? Keep doing this in succession. One more time, and relax. Good. So now that was a 20-pound ball, so that was pretty heavy, right? Pretty heavy. All right, take a breath, take a breath, take a breath. All right. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to do what we call a side shuffle with a heavy ball touch. So it's going to be the same thing. And once again, what we're doing is we're keeping in mind activating our core, activating our quads, using our whole body for this workout. Okay, so Latrice is going to lift that ball. Okay, she's going to side shuffle to the right. She's going to squat with a touch. Side shuffle to the left, squat with a touch, and keep doing it in succession. All right, 5, keep pushing. Good. 4, keep pushing. 3, good. Keeping the back straight, keeping the chin up. 2, 1, and relax. All right, so that's called the squat touch with the heavy ball. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to move this out the way. Now we're going to target those glutes and those hamstrings. So I'm going to bring the resistance ball in. This is what we call a bridge. All right, Latrice, on the mat for me, please. Lay down flat on the mat. Okay, knees flexed up. Now, what I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you the beginner version first, and then I'm going to show you the intermediate version up to the advanced, okay? So putting your arms out to your side, or right up to the side, about a 45-degree angle, keeping your feet flat on the ground. You're going to push up with your hips, and then go back down. Release up, and then release. Now, what I don't want you to do, I don't want the glutes to touch all the way to the ground. And squeezing real tight. Give me 3 more. Breathe, Latrice. Give me 2. And give me 1 more. Now, for an advanced movement, we're going to put Latrice's feet on that ball, okay? All right, you're going to push your weight into the ball, keeping the same motion. You ready, Latrice? Up, down. A little bit of stabilization for Latrice, but you see the motion. Good. How's that feel, Latrice? Your core activated? Yes. Glutes are burning? Give me 2. And give me 1. And relax. Good. 1 more. I'm going to take the ball away. One more thing we're going to do. Remember, this is a circuit, so you can keep on going in repetition. So, Latrice, what I want you to do is I want you to lift your right leg for me, all the way up in the air. Same thing with the bridge motion, pushing up, coming back down, release, up, good, release. Not letting the glutes touch all the way down. Make sure you're engaging your core, breathe. For a little bit flexion, you can point that toe if you can. Feel the difference in that? And you're sweating, aren't you? And 1 more, and relax. All right, I'm going to help you up. Ready? Yes. Good, 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 good. I've got one more for you, because I like doing push-ups. So I'm going to bring a push-up in. Really, really easy push-up. So go down on all 4s for me. Facing yeah, that's facing that way. That's fine. All right. I love the push-up, so go all the way down flat. Just lay down flat. This is what we call the release push-up. So what Latrice is going to do, she's going to release her hands off the mat, and then she's going to push all the way up to a straight push-up. Go down, release, and push up. Now, when she's doing that, make sure you bring those hips up, Latrice. Good. Breathe. Keep that head up. Give me 2. Give me 1. And relax. All right, come on up to your knees. And as you can see, I want you to look into the camera for me. You see all that sweat? That's why we call it high-intensity interval training. So if you do this in succession, all the exercises I showed you, 30 seconds, 45 seconds, even to a minute, you're going to burn that fat and you'll be okay after the holiday season. You good to go, girl? Good. All right, let's get some water, okay? Great job.
Okay, guys, I'm coming over to talk to you now. Latrice, you're sweating. Yes. You're trying to take your jacket off, but you're the one that made the mistake of telling them there's no such thing as a hard workout. Right. Did you get a good workout?
I got a great workout.
Burn some calories?
I burned a lot of calories today.
Okay, well, I'm going to let you take a break. You go ahead and take your jacket off and go sit down and get some water. Good job, good job, good job. Leona, that was some high-intensity training, and
Absolutely.
Just let our viewers know the importance of high-intensity training when you're trying to burn fat.
Well, it gets you into the fat-burning zone. And that's why they call it high intensity. Every exercise that you want to do it at the highest intensity possible. You want to get that heart rate up, keep it going at a steady pace, and go from exercise to exercise to exercise, giving yourself a little bit of break in between.
And could you reiterate for them that they're doing these in succession, then take a break, and then go back and do each one?
Absolutely. You're doing it in succession. It's like I reiterated before, it's exercise after exercise after exercise, a whole complete set. Then take a little quick break. That break, depending on how much you want to work hard, could be 30 seconds. That break could be 45 seconds, or that break could be a minute. So if you're going to do a minute of the circuit, take a minute of a break, and then go right back into it. It all depends on what you're trying to reach.
Now, how many exercises are in a circuit? Because I've done a circuit with you, I've done one with D'Angelo, and it seems like it's never ending with exercises.
It's as many as you want to do. But as you saw with Latrice,
Can you do one?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
Did I explain that enough?
Okay.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
You want to do at least more. At least if you can get 4 to 5 movements or 4 to 5 exercises, that would be the best thing. But the more, the merrier, I always say.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, Joyce.
Not one?
No.
Okay. All right. Welcome back to the show. D'Angelo, you showed us some exercises that you can use your body weight. You showed us circuit training. But there's still some dangers that we have to prevent injury when we're even working with our own body weight.
Absolutely. You want to make sure, as with any exercise, you want to make sure that you're going at your own pace. You're taking ample rest and ample hydration. You want to make sure you're drinking enough water. Absolutely.
Now, with the circuit training, what is the danger they have to look out for? Because some people may push a little bit too hard.
Right. You want to be careful with your heart. And if you're starting to feel some chest pains and you're starting to feel a little bit dizzy, then you want to go ahead and step back a little bit, take a little bit of time off, get your breathing together, and then come back in slowly. And then you'll get to know how your body feels once you start doing the training more often. But even when you're first starting circuit training period, any type of workout, you always want to start at the beginning phase first and then work your way up as you start to feel stronger. That's the best safety tip.
Both of you guys showed people the beginner move, intermediate, and then on to the advanced. And even though they're working out at home and using their body weight, some of the things they have to look out for is, it may sound simple, but don't do it in a crowded room.
Right. You want to make sure you have ample space because, again, you have people moving around. Your balance can be affected by people moving and your focus. I mean, with anything else, you want to make sure you're focused and you're focused on the muscles that you're working and your form. So safety starts with making sure you have ample room, and it doesn't have to be a lot. I mean, it can be a small room, but dedicate that time to yourself and really focus on what you're doing.
And some people say, no pain, no gain, but if you're feeling a consistent pain, stop.
Absolutely. If you're feeling a pull on your hamstrings, if you're feeling chest pain, if you're feeling lightheaded or dizzy, stop the exercise right then and there. Take a break, and even if worse, go to the hospital and see the doctor. You just want to be on the caution of error for the long haul.
Yeah.
That's a good suggestion. I mean, even before you embark on a new program, you want to make sure that you have clearance from your physician, and then you can start slowly and progress into that advanced workout like we saw Latrice do, hopefully.
Did y'all get clearance for her? I mean, you did make her sweat. And I don't think she's injured because she's, a pro competitor.
She had plenty of water. So we're good.
She did good. She did good. She did good.
They are tough. Plenty of water. Well, we're going to be right back with some nutrition tips for the holidays. Welcome back to the show. Now it's time to talk about nutrition, and as we like to say, you cannot manage what you do not measure. So I'm going to give you some holiday tips of how to eat healthy. Starting off with the tips, we're going to start with share your dessert is our first tip, and Leona and D'Angelo are going to expand upon those. So Leona, one of them, share the dessert. I had a little bit of a problem with this, but I tried it and it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, at least when you're sharing dessert, you're going to get half the calories of whatever you're eating, whether it's pie or cake or sweet potato, candy, or something like that. If you're sharing dessert with the person or your friend, your best friend, your mom, your great uncle, whatever, it's going to at least decrease the calories so you're not getting as much sugar.
But what if you like to try several desserts?
Only one dessert.
Only one dessert. So, but when people shop and they go out shopping, sometimes they like to try a lot of different things. So I guess it's best to eat before you go grocery shopping.
Absolutely. You never want to go grocery shopping on an empty stomach because it always stimulates your hunger. You start to get off track from your grocery list. So grab a little something, fruit, handful of nuts, then go shopping.
Another important thing to always do when you're out there is drink more water.
Absolutely. Water, hydration is definitely paramount, especially in the wintertime. We think that because we're not sweating as much and it's cold, that our bodies are not losing water. But that's actually when we need to be drinking more water because we're not sweating enough or sweating as much.
All right. So another thing we want to do after we drink a lot of water is do not skip meals.
Stay on schedule. Once again, in previous shows, we recommend that you try to eat something every 3 hours. So same thing, you want to stay on track. Make sure you're eating to prevent that hunger. That way you're not, tempted for your fast food or sugary food. So grab a snack, keep with your 3 meals, and eat it on a constant pace. Graze.
But during the holidays, people often eat maybe 2 or 3 times a day, and you have these big gaps in between. So does that mean you bring your own dish to the party?
Yeah, you could bring your own dish to the party, whatever your favorite dish is or whatever your special recipe is, and you bring that and let everybody else try it too.
Yeah, it's great in trying things, but you don't want to go buffet style on things and try to put everything on your plate. You just want to try a few new foods. You don't want to do like our cameraman JJ and just put everything on your plate.
Right, we don't want that plate spilling over. We just want to have small portions. And again, it's the holidays. Enjoy, but don't overindulge.
And another thing not to overindulge in is sugary foods. Why is it so important to not indulge in sugary foods? And it's hard. It's hard not to do that because it seems like every dish has sugar in it.
It's very hard. When we think about holidays, we're thinking about sugar, 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 butter, 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 fat, fat, fat. But you can always alter your recipe. So if something calls for sugar, maybe put applesauce in it instead. You can always change up the dishes to make it taste the same, but also using less I would say, the things that cause the fat in the food.
And you also have to change your mindset. And like your book says, you set a goal, you sacrifice, you plan, and then you sacrifice. So you can do this when we're in the holidays, is that you set a goal that I'm not going to eat everything, you make a plan, and then you have to make some sacrifices.
Absolutely. Sacrifice is where it begins and where it ends. Because, again, the goal is there. You have a plan. You plan to lose this weight, but if you didn't sacrifice the additional candy yams, sweet potatoes, or Christmas cookies and cakes, then everything's out of whack. So just reduce. Start small and work your way up.
And Leon, I know you give the same type of message to your clients, but it's just a little bit different, that it's not a quick fix, but a journey.
It's a lifestyle change. It's a process. It's not going to happen overnight. So you set a goal, and if you don't reach that goal at that moment, just know you got to keep trying, keep pushing. And if you don't make it that month, you've got the next month coming. But there's no quick fixes. It's only a lifestyle change. And once you change your lifestyle, then everything else will fall into place.
Most definitely. And talking about changing your lifestyle, coming up, we're going to talk to pro competitor Latrice Davis, who has a healthy lifestyle. She's made sacrifices, and she's reached her goals. Welcome back to Fitness 365. On this show, we like to equip you with the tools to help you reach your fitness goal and lead a healthy lifestyle. And we also gain motivation from others. Our special guest today is Latrice Davis, who recently won her pro figure card. Correct?
That is correct.
And tell me a little bit about this card that you won and what it took to get there.
Well, at the age of 30, I became fascinated with bodybuilding. And for a couple of years, I started training, and life got in the way. But I promised myself by the age of 40, I would compete in my first figure competition. So at the age of 38, I started training all over again. My first year competing, my rookie year, actually was a great year. I won 4 second-place trophies. But my second year competing, I did win my Figure 40 Pro card, and I'm very excited about that.
So if I did the math correctly, 38, you said 2 more times, divide by 2. Most people wouldn't think you could do that at the age of 40.
Yeah, and actually I'm 41, and I will be competing again next year. I absolutely love competing. I love the mental focus that's required. I love setting a goal, and I love reaching it, and I'm looking for bigger and better things next year.
Now, on this show, we're talking about avoiding the holiday bulge. How do you get through the holidays?
Well, as a competitor, the holidays are my off season, so I actually change my diet up where it allows me to eat a few more calories than I normally do, but I keep everything in perspective because I know that I'm going to continue training, and actually after a while it just becomes a lifestyle. So what I've incorporated into my life is a good nutrition plan, not so much a diet, and I just try to follow that. Off season, I do allow myself a few indulgences, but I'm always in the gym, I'm always working out, so I kind of combat the extra calories with sweating it out.
You said a few key things in there. One is that you already have a nutrition plan and you're not using the word diet, because when people hear the word diet, they think sacrifice.
Absolutely. Nutrition plan is really just a lifestyle. I don't not allow myself the things that I like to eat, but I also keep things in perspective and know my limits.
And another thing you talked about was exercising. Not only do you indulge, but you exercise to burn off those extra calories.
Absolutely. I'm in the gym as a competitor about 6 days a week. On the off season, I try to stay in the gym between 4 and 5 days. But if I'm not in the gym, I'm at least doing something cardio, a cardio movement, something to keep my cardiovascular system moving, so that helps me lose the weight that I've put on if I have a cookie maybe here and there.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's realistic, because a lot of people, everybody's going to get off of their eating plan at some point, especially during the holidays, but it's more important. You're going to get off, but it's more important of getting back on track and try to limit the impact of what you did when you were off of it.
That is true. I have 3 girls, and they actually keep me motivated. And the minute that they see an extra pound on Mommy, I get the, Mommy, when are you going to start training again? So you got to love your kids and love the motivation. It actually teaches them to be motivated, teaches them to set healthy goals, not so much a regiment that's extreme for them, but they work out with me. We do push-ups and sit-ups and squats at home, and they love it.
So you've taught them that a healthy lifestyle is not about being a burden, but can actually be fun.
A lot of fun. We have a lot of fun. I have a lot of videos that I'm going to show when they get older.
Yeah, that's the way you torture them. Just show the videos when everybody comes over and like, look at this one doing a push-up.
That's right. That's right.
Well, thank you so much for coming on Fitness 365 and continued success in your goals you have set.
Thank you. Thank you.
When's the next show?
I'm shooting for late next year because I have a few more things that I actually want to incorporate into my workout. So bigger and better is what I'm looking for.
Any last remarks or motivation you want to give to the audience?
I just say stay healthy and have a lot of fun.
What an amazing story of someone who practices a healthy lifestyle. Latrice Davis, a pro competitor who trains with you, D'Angelo.
Yes, it's a pleasure working with Latrice. We've been through some ups and downs, more ups than downs. No, I'm just kidding. No, she works really hard. She gives me a lot of grief when we're working out, but we all know it's for the best.
Oh, most definitely. And I know your clients give you a lot of grief when they work out with you, because you don't seem to know how to stop on a circuit. But it's you feel motivated by them, don't you?
In the end, they thank me. You know, they may gripe and complain during the workout, but in the end, when they start seeing the results, they're like, thank you so much, Leona. So that makes me feel good. It makes them feel good, and then we keep pushing forward from there.
All right. Thank you guys so much. That's going to do it for this edition of Fitness 365. Remember, you can follow us on the city's Facebook page, or you can go to cityoflaurel.org and look up Fitness 365. And when you want to get in touch with either Leona or D'Angelo, how can they get in touch with you?
They can reach me at advancedsportsperformance.com.
And Leona, if they have questions for you?
conversionfitness@gmail.com.
Okay, now in this show, we talked about the holiday bulge and preventing it. Next time, we're going to talk about New Year's resolutions. And just for being a part of the Fitness 365 family, Leona and D'Angelo are going to have specially discounted training packages and online coaching sessions. And so you have to mention Fitness 365 when you get in touch with D'Angelo or Leona, and they'll give you a special discount and help train them. How does online coaching help them?
Online are for those that maybe their schedule doesn't allow them to come actually into the gym. But what we do is we create a fitness program and a nutrition plan so that you're able to get that same workout, similar to what we showed you here, and follow, coaching that we do weekly or daily, whatever you choose, so that we keep you on track, we hold you accountable, and we guarantee results.
And another thing you do is boot camps.
Absolutely. So if you're a little timid about working out one-on-one and you want a fun environment, if you have a group of friends that maybe want to embark on that New Year's resolution with you, we can develop a group session, and we keep it fun. Again, we have separate levels, so don't be afraid if you're just starting out. We have a designation for that and for the advanced as well. So if you want to go from beginner to pro, we have a solution for you, absolutely.
And you have that boot camp every Saturday morning, right?
Every Saturday, 8 o'clock, Ultra Boot Camp. At any level can come. I really focus on each and every individual wherever you come in at, and so if it needs to be a modified move, then I'm very concerned about that. But we really have a great time. All our clients love it. They sweat hard, and then we come together in the end, and we keep pushing forward.
All right. right. Thank you guys so much. So go work out or do something to burn off and prevent the holiday bulge. That's going to do it for this edition of Fitness 365. For D'Angelo and Leona, I'm your host, Joyce Jackson. Be healthy and have fun.